We, of course, we come out twice a year, beginning of June and beginning of January. Online, actually, we are in the beginning of December with the summer collection. One of our most successful project that we have been doing recently. It's what is called Firenze Forever. It's a blogger festival. We invite all the bloggers from all over the world, the most influential fashion bloggers from all over the world, to come and join us here in Florence, and we present them before anybody else all the new collections. We provide them with makeup artists, hairdresser, photographers, models, so they can shoot a professional. They can make a professional work shooting with a new collection before anybody else, and that's a very magic moment. It's a very special moment. We just finished yesterday, and today actually it's the first day we are open to the public with the new collections. All the winter collections are open to the public today. We were closed for 3-4 days to do all this work, which take us about 6 months to prepare. You can imagine we have to, have all the collections ready, not only the pre-collection but also the most key pieces of all the most important designers, and also the new upcoming designers, the new talents, what we call the new talents, and it's shoes, bags, clothing, jewelry, and it's very big job, big work to put all these collections together in a coordinated way.
How many designers do you have in the store, and how many do you have online?
We have about 500 designers that we present both in store and online. Of course, online you have the whole selection. In store we have to rotate them because of the limited physical space, we cannot fit all the designers that we promote. But online you have the entire selection, which means the selections that we believe it's the best selection of each different collection. We feel that it's our duty and our most important mission to choose what we consider being the best designers at the moment, both new talent and established designers, and to select out of their collections what we believe are the key pieces, the most important pieces, the best pieces, according to the different collection, the different style, different moment of the year, whatever.
How many new designers do you add a season?
It's difficult to tell a number, but maybe 50 new designers every season.
What distinguishes your store from other stores or big fashion specialty stores?
Well, we have a peculiarity, which is a very close connections between what is the physical reality and the virtual reality of our business. And the project that we keep doing by the past 5 times, we have just finished the 5th edition of Firenze Forever, the Bloggers Festival. It's a demonstration of what I'm talking about. It is something that happens physically in this space, in this store. 30 young talented bloggers, they meet twice a year. They physically meet twice a year. They shake hands. Some of them know each other already before because they became very famous recently. Some of them they never met physically. They have this chance to meet together twice a year, and it's fantastic because you see that they, even if they come from a different part of the world, some they come from China, some from Russia, some from the States, Australia, Japan, but they speak all the same language. It's this language of fashion, which is an international language. You know, they share the same passion as we do for fashion, and they relate very well together. There is no problem, and that's something that can only happen physically. You cannot do something like this virtually. But after this event is finished now, if you open our website, you have the sensation that you were there, even if you are on the other side of the world, and that's virtual. That's something very, you know, that's a technology today help us to do this that was a dream just a few years ago. It's a dream come true.
Do you think you prefer the windows of your store in a different way than other boutiques like this?
Well, you know, the window of our store had a history which goes back 20, 30 years. We had different artists working on our windows, and all our windows are photographed, and we have a storage of all the windows that we have been doing. But this was before the web generation. Now the window in the store has no sense. The window has to be not on the street but on the world. You know, somebody before me opened a window on the world. But we are following this philosophy and this idea. Having a window on the world, that's what makes it different, not on the street. So the window on the world is our website.
But nonetheless, you make an effort to create the window on this
on the store. But that's what I was saying before.
Yeah.
It's very strong and close connection between what we do physically in the store, which is a very, very big part of our job, of our work, and what has, after the same day, is translated online for the benefit of all our clients that are all over the world.
Has it ever surprised you when you went, I mean, you take a designer who's a significant resource in your boutique, and you go and look at how you display it and how the designer displays it in his own boutique, and there's sometimes quite a big difference.
It's totally big difference. It's
Tell me
our
about that.
point of view.
Yeah.
It's our point of view.
Give me some
It's
examples of that.
Well, you know, it is something very similar when you see a beautiful painting. Two persons look at the same painting. Two persons have totally different ideas on the painting. If you write an article, if you are a journalist, you write an article on an event, you look at it in one way. Football, maybe you look at the way a football team play, and the other look only at the result. You know, so it's the same thing with the collection. A designer is very part of it because he designed it and he buys it for his own store. So he's partisan. We are not partisan. We can buy a designer only if we like it. If we don't like it, we don't buy it, and we don't promote it, and we don't sell it to our clients.
Try and give me a specific example of how you saw a designer who presented something one way in the store and how you did it very differently in yours. Both complementary. I'm not trying to say one is better.
I don't like to talk about one or the other, but the idea which makes. I give an example. Every season there is a theme or different themes.
Yeah.
Okay, or when there is a big event or a very influential movie or a theater spectacle or Olympics. Many designers are influenced by this event, of course, because designers, they live in the contemporary life. You know, they live in this, they work in the street and everything. So different designers, they look at this event or this film or this spectacle in a different way. Okay, so we try to pick different point of view from different designers and put them all together. You know, and that's what is our point of view. we have a point of view, and we decide this is the theme of the season, okay? And we try to select the pieces, the key pieces from different designers according to this theme. And that's a big job, because you're talking about designers that come from different parts of the world. Some they do clothes, some they do shoes, some they do accessories, bag, but the result is totally different. It's totally different from looking at one collection or looking at the collection that we put together.
Do you have do's and don'ts about how to display things? There's some things you should always do and some things you must never do.
We always try to do the best. We always try, choosing is a very, very important part of our business. And representing what we choose in the right way, respecting the idea of the designer, is also very important. But the most important thing is to achieve a whole result that gives the person who come to visit us an idea of what's going on. And our primary goal is to surprise the people that come with something new all the time. We have to fulfill the need and expectation of the most demanding persons in the world. And nowadays, everybody is very much informed. It's not like it used to be when I started, to find out who is a good designer, which are the upcoming designers. It's very difficult. Yet to ask from mouth to mouth, maybe somebody went to New York, somebody went to Berlin. Now you open your website and everything comes there instantly. So everybody is much more informed, which is a very good thing. Very, very good thing.
Who are the designers you're excited about that are new that you're putting in the store this last season or two?
I don't like to make names. I'll make one, maybe. Anthony Vaccarello, I think, is very, very talented. He's very feminine, he's very sexy, he's very avant-garde, he's very modern. I like his design, but it's just one example. There is many young talent designers. The problem is that these young talented designers have difficulties to be visible, because the problem is a mono-brand store. Mono-brand store, they are owned by one designer and they only want to display their own collections. And so that's the end of fashion. That's what end of fashion of what I think is fashion. Because fashion is not mono-brand. Fashion is your own character. It's the expression of your own character, of the person. One person is not like another person. There is no two persons alike in the world. So each one has to express themselves with what they like, And they shouldn't be two windows in two different parts of the world which are alike. They should be different, because there's different people in different parts of the world, and you have to respect the characteristic of a population, of a country, which is beautiful, because it's different. If you put them all together, then you don't even know if you are in Milan, in Paris, London or New York, because you see the same window in all the places.
Right.
I think it's ridiculous, it's not natural.
How do you think your store differs from other specialty fashion stores like Corsicomo, Jeffrey, Colette, Browns,
The biggest difference is that we operate online most of our business, which means that we have a huge selection.
The majority of your business. The majority of your business is now online.
Yes, 90% of our business is online.
Wow.
So we have the possibility to renew the selection in the store every week, practically. To alternate. So if you come here every week, you find different selection. Because we have such a huge selection. So that's probably the difference. Another difference is that we present both men and women collections, and we also take good care of different aspects of the collection, which means we have, if you look at our website, you can see and choose between the luxury collection, the contemporary collection, the sports style collection, or chic style collection, sport style collection, or what we call or I don't know, forgot. Well, this is very clear. It's very clear.
Yeah.
So gives our clients are very demanding, but they don't have much time to spend. So you have to provide them a very quick, clear, simple way to shop, and a good service. And a good service. We provide in about 40 or 50 countries, all Europe, all US, Canada, Russia, China, all the Far East, Hong Kong, Taiwan. We provide a door-to-door service. So in most of these countries, you get 24 hours delivery right to your door. All the prices included in what you see on the web. Shipping, import fees, all included. So you don't have to worry about anything. With one click, you can buy million and you get it in 24 hours at the door. All you have to do All you have to do is have the cash. The cash.
Tell me about
It's very easy. It's very easy.
Tell me about your typical year. How often do you go to shows? How often runway shows?
Unfortunately, this is the other side of the coin. Before I used to go to all the shows. I used to go to all the buying. I used to be alone. Now there are 20 young, talented buyers who do the job because it's huge. It's a huge work. So I don't have much chance and pleasure to go and see the fashion shows, which I believe they are, one of very most beautiful thing of our. I envy all you people from the press that you have the chance to see all the fashion show, and you pretend that you get bored with it. It's not true. It's a big pleasure. It's like being to La Prima Teatrale. It's fantastic. These designers, they put up such a wonderful organization work that it's a pleasure just to go sit there and have a look and listen to the music, feel the atmosphere, which you cannot do the same online, sitting in your office. It's a totally different atmosphere. But what can you do? You cannot do everything in life, right? So.
It's a privately run business. Can you give me an idea how many pieces you sell here? What's your giro d'affari, your turnover?
Yeah, it's open and it's clear. So we have closed 2011 with 50 million euro, and we are about 130 people working.
And who are your key resources historically? Who have been your greatest success?
Well, the ones that we buy for a longer period.
Yeah.
Because we like to grow with each designer, and the longer period that we buy from, the more the business it grows. So historically, the designers we are doing the most business, they are the ones we buy for a long time. It's Dolce & Gabbana, it's Lanvin, it's Squares, it's Givenchy, it's Balmain, is Dior for men. It's all these big designers we've always bought since the very beginning. So we developed first of all a good relationship with each of them, because they trust that we do our best to promote their image in the right way and their brand in the right way, and of course we grow together, and that's it. And also a big effort we put on the young designers, try to give them the same chance as the big designers.
I know you don't like to name names, but give me another 3 examples, please, of young talents that have become important to you.
Well, all the big names that I mentioned,
No, but
they were the young designers 20 years ago.
But for the last 3 or 4 years, say.
I don't like to make names. I cannot make names, 50 names. You know, we have, you know, all you have to do is look at we have a new section which is called Young Talents, New Designers, Upcoming Designers. Easy. They're all mentioned there.
Define the difference between the client who actually buys physically in this store and the client who buys online.
Are the same. They are the same client. As a matter of fact, now we experience the fact that many clients that come to the store after they've been aware of our e-commerce. They come from Australia. They happen to be in Florence or stop by in Florence because they like a museum or come and visit friends. Or in the summer they are in the Chianti Shire, the English ones. It's full of it. And they've heard of, they've seen of, they've bought of, they experience shopping online, and they come and visit us physically in the store.
What are your other favorite stores to visit and shop in?
My favorite store, they are not fashion, because of course when I work on fashion and it's my passion, but when I don't work I like to go to visit different kind of stores. They are my pleasure is to see this little artigiani or antique dealer or restore people or people who make jewelry. There are many, for example, in whole Italy, but especially in Florence. And this is our new project that we are working by the past 2 years with the University of Florence. We're trying to organize a catalog for each of them in order for their work not to be lost when they are gone, because these people are artists. As a matter of fact, they're all art of history. The big names of the art of history, they were before simple workers, artigiani. They are a loro piccola bottega, the small workshop. Okay, so they are really artists, and maybe they don't have a second generation or a third generation after them, so they're working alone or maybe with one helper. And the big risk is that all their history, which goes back a few generations, after them is going to be lost. So with the University of Florence, we're trying to catalog all these small realities, which are huge historical interest, and maybe one day we come out online with the presentation of l'artigianato italiano, which is very big part of our heritage and our culture, as well as food is, as well as fashion is.
Finally, one last thing, you were saying how people who shop online want things very clean and clear and when they're buying. The presentation, how does it differ online to physical presentation in a store, aesthetically?
Aesthetically, it is a different experience altogether. The experience of shopping in store, it dates back for 50, 100 years, okay? You go into a store, you look around the different racks, you pick up a hanger with what you like, you ask for the right size, you go to the fitting room, you put it on, you look in your mirror, you go to the cash, you pay, and you go out of the store with the clothes that you bought or the shoe that you bought in your hand. The experience online is totally different. You look sitting in your office or at home into a screen, and you see hundreds different collections, 100 different possibilities, 100 different designers, and each piece of each collection you can see front, back, side, forward. You can see the details. You can see online something that you might not see physically, because if online you see the details. You see the details, how this button is silver and worked, where in real life you might not notice it, so you can see it even better. Plus, you don't make the effort to go out, take a taxi, go online, maybe it's raining, the traffic jam, you sit comfortably at home, and even more important, you get what your selection shipped to your house. You don't have to worry to take it back, and you try it at home with all your accessories. So it's totally different, different emotion, you know, from a different experience altogether. What is the future? The future is, to me, something that we don't even imagine now yet, because with the help of the technology in the future you will be able to have the impression to touch something that at the moment you can only see visually. Okay, of course it will be impossible for the next few years to materialize something through the web, but what is the technology going to do is something unbelievable. You cannot even imagine now. It will make you think that with a special program you will be able to touch, even if you don't physically touch, but your mind, your brain, it works. It can work like you can physically feel something, you can physically touch something, even if you don't. You know, it's what